Hello everyone, and welcome to the second episode of the Cars the Video Game Let's Play. For anybody who wasn't watching the last episode, we went through chapter 1 of the game, which included like a bunch of the game's tutorials and early missions. We played the entirety of the tractor tipping minigame. We began hunting for Lizzie's postcards. I'm pretty sure we got all of the postcards in this area of the map. And we went through the first Piston Cup race at Motor Speedway. We're officially on chapter 2 of the game. So, the first thing we're going to do, since it's the closest, is this story mission, Boostin with Filmore, where we get our boost. Funny thing is that I played the game on 360 a while back, and when I got to that title, that loading screen, it crashed, which I think is kind of funny. And there he is, Filmore, voiced by the late George Carlin. Something interesting about Filmore in this game is that he, along with a couple other characters like Mac, were one of the few people to get a updated character model for the Wii and Xbox 360 port that came out later in 2006 after the original version on GameCube, PS2, and Xbox. He looks pretty much the same, it's just his textures are higher quality. There they are, Mia and Tia. And there's Ramon and Filmore. And let's get this race started. Okay, let's see. The R is boost. Got it. Go. I just used it all up right away. You do not have a lot of boost when you first start the game. It is kind of pathetic, actually. It's enough to get like a quick little head start, I guess. Not really, but it's enough to like get you going quickly if your gas isn't good enough. Okay, I just tried to take a shortcut and it blocked me out. What the hell? I mean, it's not that much of an issue. This game's pretty easy, so whether I take that shortcut or not, it's not like I'm gonna lose the race. And then coming up here at this next little jump, boom. They changed the camera angle. If you don't like that, I'm pretty sure you could turn it off in the settings, though. Okay, I was able to get that shortcut. Really is a shame we can't backwards drive yet, because something I like to do if I have like a big air is that I switch to McQueen's backwards position and then switch back to his front-facing one. While he's making that big jump. I always think it's kind of cool. Something I actually noticed, not in this game or Mater National, I don't know if you could do it or not, but in Race-O-Rama, if you do like a big air and you do it backwards, for whatever reason, you get double the amount of points you would have if you were facing frontwards. I find that to be an interesting glitch. I don't know what causes it. But something about facing backwards while doing that, I guess, causes you to get more tricks or points than you're supposed to. And I made that shortcut this time, that's cool. Big air. Yeah. Oh, I want to speed up a bit. Or try to, as much as the boot. Okay, that's weird. I stopped boosting even though I was holding the button for a couple seconds. That's strange. Take the shortcut again. Races in this game are pretty easy. Still a fun game, but a very easy game. Land. It's starting to catch up to me a bit, or now I'm getting a massive lead again. Guess I spoke too soon. Oh. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, that was a close one. I almost banged into something. Knowing this game's difficulty, I probably would have been able to bounce back from that pretty easily, but... And there we go. Power slide 2.
One for the lady.
Isn't there like a way to... Or no, I'm getting this mixed up with the Cars 2 and 3 games. I was about to say, isn't there like a way to like see what's behind you, but there isn't, at least as far as I'm aware. You can change to look at a farther out view of the game, which in my opinion right now kind of just makes it look slower than it actually is. I'm pretty sure this is the camera angle they use for a lot of the Piston Cup races. And then there's first person view. Looks a little bit too low for first person, but it's fine. I don't feel like a car though whenever I do this. I feel like a maniac running on a crazed rampage, a demon. Ooh. And there we go, I win. And I destroy Sarge's lawn too. Alright. Save profile data. The lag on this screen is very annoying. And now we have Boost permanently added to our moveset. Like I mentioned in the previous episode, it does make certain things, it makes races a bit easier, but it also makes getting stuff like Lizzie's postcards easier as well. And we're not going to just have that pitiful amount of boost the whole game. We are going to get more as we progress into an actually good amount. There we go. North Desert Dash and Sarge's Boot Camp. See, we've picked up Boost Tank 1 out of 3. Tractor tipping's over there. We already did that in the last episode. Ooh. I think the next thing we're gonna do what we did in the first episode, do a main story mission and then go off on a complete side quest and do Luigi to the rescue. I wanted to do Boostin with Filmore first, so we could unlock Boost, because I think it'll make this thing a bit easier. Because in this minigame, we're playing as Luigi, and we gotta find out the tires within a time limit and bring them back to the shop, so having a boost, even if it's a small amount, will probably make traveling across the entirety of the Radiator Springs map to catch tires a whole lot easier.
Do you want me to have Mater pick them up for you?
No. Luigi will do it himself. My poor tires, Brandon,
Alone. Dirty.
Luigi will go save them.
Alright. Yeah. Get all 6 tires within the time limit and bring them back to the shop. I don't really like that you have to bring them back to the shop. I think that's kind of annoying. The Race-O-Rama version of this exact same minigame, I guess they realized that too, because when you get all the tires, the minigame just ends, which is nice. And it looks like I was wrong about what I said with Boostin with Filmore earlier. Because I'm playing this minigame right now, and I don't see no boost tank in the bottom right corner, just the tire counter, so... Looks like that progress doesn't carry over at all, which is a shame. Alright, next one is at Sarge's lawn, I think. Or maybe it's Filmore's. I know in one of the levels it's on Sarge's lawn. Or maybe I'm getting it mixed up with one of the Race-O-Rama, or maybe I'm getting it mixed up with the Race-O-Rama version, because I know in one of those levels you have to get one on Sarge's lawn. Is that in Mater's junkyard, or is it... Yeah, I was on the outside in the fence. Outside of the fence. Right, hurry back. And there's Lightning. This is like the only time we see him as an NPC, which is kind of neat.
glorious day of my life.
You saved them all! Bellissimo! That's a nice callback. Alright, now we're on to level 2. I'm pretty sure there's like 7, 8, like with tractor tipping. Alright. Okay, I just wasted some time on that. Okay.
Oh no! Questo è grande.
There we go.
I got you.
Keep driving forward. And then we have number 2 out of 7.
Hey, I'm telling my mama.
And then there's one over here. There we go.
You see?
Right in front of Sergeant's boot camp. We'll get to it in a bit.
Oh, she's
Eee.
I'm gonna clean you up so
That was
good.
close. Smacking into trees sucks in these games. I mean, it sucks in any racing game, but the physics engine in this game specifically likes to get very goofy sometimes. Oh, there it is. I was getting confused. Like, where is it? I don't see it. And bada boom.
This is the
We
most
saved them all
glorious
again.
day of
Bellissimo.
my life.
Okay, now we have 8 to get on level 3. There's Ramon. Okay, so the first one is over by the little Radiator Springs mountain. Okay. Oh, shit. Okay, 1 out of 8. And then I'm pretty sure we'll come by the next one on our way down. Oh. Alright, it's close. There we go. Another one. Oh, shoot. Come on, I gotta get up here. Come on. You gotta be kidding me. What the? I'm stuck? Oh, there we go, finally.
Oh, I will find a
And then the
nice
next
home
one
for
is
you.
up here. Although I think it's better if I just drive up there instead of trying to Tony Hawk my way up it. Yeah, I think I might have to restart this stage. It doesn't look like I'm gonna get them all in
I'm
time.
gonna take you home now.
Dang old Luigi Casadale tires,
You
man.
see, now that's a good work, Luigi. Oh, I will find a nice home for you. Oh.
Okay, only 2 tires left. Doesn't look like the last one, or one. Doesn't look like it's that far off. Okay. We're going to be cutting it close, but yeah, we probably will be able to get this one. Yep, there it is. Ooh. Pass me up. Pass whoever that guy is. And...
Oh, I like the win.
Oh, next one's like right behind me.
Divertente.
Or... Oh, it's not right behind me, it's a little bit farther than right behind me, but basically... Oh. Thought that was destructible. Guess not. Okay.
Oh, no.
Oh. Next tire's over here. And then if I recall correctly, there should be another one below here. Yep.
Well, that's what I call a
Pretty sure they do that a couple more times.
That's a hurt to my suspension.
There we are.
I got you. That's a hurt to my suspension. Must be more careful.
Okay, drive up.
Oh, not so good.
Okay, I know for a fact we'll be able to make it up here. We just gotta go really fast.
Oh,
There, see,
not
we did it.
That's what I
Alright.
call a hobby.
5 out of 10. We're halfway there. Squidward on a chair.
Ouch! Divertente.
Okay. Oh, great, it's behind the barbed wire. And that somehow screwed up the camera. Okay, there we go, now it's normal.
Look at what I found. Ow! That's a hurt to my suspension.
No camera angle change for this minigame though. Only in certain races.
I call a hobby.
We'll be able to clutch. We'll be able to get these next 3 tires in a minute. They're all pretty close to each other. Yeah, we'll be good.
That's what I call a hobby.
And then this next one is yep, right here.
Okay, back to the store.
This is only level 3, right? Or no, level 3 was the one where we had to get 8. I'm already going crazy.
Glorious day of my life.
I don't know, I just want to get this minigame done with. It's not terrible, but you could obviously tell this is kind of just filler. I don't know. It's not the worst minigame. We're going to get to that in Chapter 3. That's when we get to the worst minigame. And even then, the worst minigame isn't even that bad. It's just kind of
I
boring.
will find a nice home for you. I promise.
A 2?
Grazie, non riuscivamo a
A 3?
take you home.
You know, come to think of it, I think the power slide is a lot tighter when you do it as the Luigi when compared to McQueen, the actual race car. That's funny.
I got you.
It's funny right there.
That's what I call a hobby. Must be more careful.
And, yep, right here. Get it?
Clean you up so good.
And then I think there's another tire inside of the drive-in itself. We'll have to... Oh. Nope. Not yet. There will be one later. And we just got to see Filmore do a U-turn in real time. That's neat. Reminds me of the last episode when we saw Frank Goku instant transmissioning across the field and tractor tipping. You know, getting these next two probably aren't going to be... I probably don't have much to say about them, so... As we finish this mini game, I guess I'll tell you something neat I learned a little while back. When I got kind of back into cars and collecting the die casts due to like this channel in summer of 2024, something interesting I discovered is that in Japan, Cars has a completely different die cast line produced by a completely different company. I think they're called like Tomy, can't remember exactly what it is, but some of their lines have similarities to the Mattel ones, but like they have their own expanded universe stuff and everything, and like they have a completely different like scale they use. It's really interesting. I guess Cars is pretty popular in Japan. I mean, it's always been a big IP, but I assume that mostly came from like English-speaking regions in the U.S. But yeah, I guess Cars is pretty popular if it's got its own toy line exclusive to Japan. Level 6, okay. We're getting close to the end. And the end is hell. This is when the minigame starts to become super challenging. Well, not super challenging, it's still a kid's game, but I'd probably say that this Luigi minigame is harder than most of the stuff in the main story, simply because the time limit is super strict and allows for very few mistakes. Like if you... I mentioned this in the last episode, I'm pretty sure, but if you fall down this little cliff or ravine canyon we're about to come up on, you could basically lose your entire run. Of course, it's not much of an issue here since we actually have to go down here to get a couple of tires, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. But it does become a pain when you don't and you fall down. It could cause you to lose a whole run. And oh, there's the next tire over there.
Oh, not so good.
Okay, I'm gonna try to be super slow going over this, so... Okay, next one's over there, and then the next one's over to its left. Make sure not to fall in, or else this entire run's getting screwed over.
That's what I call a hobby.
There it is. The next one. Ba-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba. Oh, wait a second. Okay, I'm gonna have to be really careful because I know that if I... Yeah, there we go. I almost fell down there. into the part of that little section that takes the longest time to get out of. And then the next one is over here towards the little half pipe. Get that bad boy. Oh. Okay, that was weird. Correct the camera again. Does that sometimes when you hit certain stuff, it completely messes up the camera angle in this game in Mater National. Can't remember if it does it in Risorama. And yeah, we got this one in the bag despite the fact that it has the most tires out of them all. And there we go.
This is the most glorious day of my life.
Just checking my mic real quick. Didn't know if you guys heard that. Alright. Let's go. 11. And we have 5.5 minutes. Okay.
That's what I call a hobby.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, I will find a nice home for you, I promise.
And then this.
Oh,
And then I think this is the level I was talking about.
hey, I'm telling my mom.
Okay. Why is that an invisible wall? Like, why is it? It looks like I can go on top of it just fine. Like, I know they make it a darker shade of brown, so you could tell that you're not supposed to be on here normally. Like, I don't get why there's an invisible wall right there. Okay, there's another tire we have to get, but I'm going to get the ones that are here. Yep, this is the one I was thinking about. There is a tire right behind the little projector house.
Find a nice home for you, I promise.
Also, the music that's playing, just let me double check. Yep. The music that's playing during this mini game right now is Italia, also known as the pizza delivery theme from Spider-Man 2. It is literally this song, but sped up with weirder noise. Just got a Windows notification while playing this. I don't know if you guys heard that.
I call a hobby.
Gonna turn the mic down on there so you don't hear it, or turn the speakers down so you don't hear my desktop notifications. Okay, yeah, I've kind of been lacking here. I don't know if we're going to be able to get all the tires in one go here just because of how much I've been messing up.
I got you.
Imagine, you don't have to do this because I've played all the levels of this minigame before, but imagine if you had to go up onto those mountains like we did to get Lizzie's postcards to get some of these tires. That would be an absolute nightmare.
I'm gonna take you home now.
I know that for a fact.
Oh, she's a
Oh, we're gonna hit the invisible wall again. Hit the invisible wall again. I don't see why it's an invisible wall. Like, it looks like something you'd be able to drive on perfectly fine. And then the last tire is that one from over in front of the movie theater we saw earlier. Boop, ba-doop. Yep, there it is. Alright.
Okay, back. Ow! Hey!
Gosh darn it. That's really annoying to get snagged on something like that. Tilt the camera a little bit more to be centered. And there we go. It's a level 6 complete.
Glorious day of my life.
And then I think this next one is the last one. Because we have 6 out of the 20 trophy points. And this one's giving us 4, so yeah, this is the last level. Excuse my burp, I don't know if you guys heard that. I don't really know how much the mic picks up on until I actually edit. I'm currently like... When I normally record my videos, like my actual long form videos that aren't like Let's Plays, I do it in a closet, my bedroom closet, so that way there's not a lot of outside sources that get in, and there's not a lot of noise or echo to the audio. But here, just to make it a bit easier to transfer the files over and everything, I'm doing it in the office you normally see me in when I actually like film myself in my videos. So I don't really know how any of this is gonna sound until I go into the editing process to do it. Audio sounded okay though when I was editing part 1, so I don't think it's gonna be too different here. I did have to use denoise to make my PC fans a little less quiet though. I swear though, if I ever like play a video game for a Let's Play one day and then I go into post-production and the audio for me sounds like shit, like I don't know what I do. I think I just quit playing the game. That's happened plenty of times with like my videos where for whatever reason OBS, when I'm recording, fucks up and my voice is either like duplicated for some reason, or the audio just mysteriously like shitifies itself, like I sound all muffled and everything for no reason. It's super annoying, but it's something that could be fixed with just some simple re-recording. But with this, the process of fixing the audio is a lot more tedious because I have to replay an entire chunk of the game. And in this case, since I'm on Chapter 2, I'd probably have to replay everything I did in Chapter 1 again, which would not be very fun. Well, I mean, it's not like all bad since I get to play video games, but having to repeat something you did all over again because of something like that, I'm pretty sure anybody can relate to being annoying. This doesn't have to do with like recording audio, but there were a lot of times where I'd lose progress in a video game. Like, for some reason, there'd be something that'd go wrong with my save data. And I would be so mad. Understandably so. Because sometimes I'd get, like, really far. Like, one time I was playing Sonic Generations. I was on Rooftop Run. I had, like, unlocked Rooftop Run. I was pretty far into the game. I booted up, like, 1, 2, 3, couple days later. It's all gone, I gotta start over from the beginning. If the game wasn't something as fun as Sonic Generations, I probably would have quit playing it altogether. I think I might have actually cried if I remember correctly, but I was like a cringe 8-year-old back then, so you can't bully me about it now if I say that it was cringe in retrospect. Yeah, I think I'm SOL here. I don't think I'm gonna get them all in time. Really should have been a bit faster. Yep. We're restarting. Really annoys me that you cannot use the joystick to move around the pause menu. You have to use the D-pad. That's really annoying. Okay.
Look at what I find.
Okay, get a little shoot. Ouch. And then there it is.
Oh, she's
And then where's the next one? Right here. And then this next one is inside of the actual theater itself, so...
You see, now that's a good work, Luigi.
Alright. Big air.
Look at what I find.
Smashed into her. I'd really like to know what sets Mia and Tia apart from each other, because I've been a Cars fan for like my entire life, and I cannot tell the difference outside of when they literally say their names. Like, I think their voices sound a little bit different, but I can't think of like a single visual indication that they're different characters. There we go.
That's what I call a...
Oh. Okay, that looked a lot scarier in third person. Keep driving. Oh, hello. Oh, wait, I thought that was the other twin for a second. Just lightning. The thing about the resolution playing on here is that it takes a moment to tell if there's like an NPC driving around, because they're just kind of really bad looking pixels from a distance. Mainly for cars that like blend in with the environment around them, like Mater on dirt.
Look at what I find. Oh,
Ooh.
not so.
Okay, we'll definitely be able to
Well,
win. We'll be able to win it this time. We'll be able to get all the tires for sure.
questo è grande.
Once again, I'd really like to be able to backwards drive. It makes the driving so much more interesting. Oh, the last one's all the way back here, damn. Oh, okay, that was close. Okay, it's under the bridge again. Yeppers. Alright. And there we go. The last tire. And all we have to do is make it back to Casadella Tires. And then we're done. Ooh.
out, Ferrari. Here
There we
comes
go.
Luigi.
That's Luigi to the rescue. All levels. And now we can finally move on to the actual story. Did we unlock anything from completing that? Probably not, since it's a side mission, but... Nope. It is marked as completed, though. That's nice. Ramones never will be, and that kind of annoys me. Wow, look at that chrome. Yeah, I guess we'll do this event right here. Not this, we already did that. North Desert Dash. Pretty sure I mentioned this. He's doing the tongue thing from the movie, I like that. Pretty sure I mentioned this in the last episode, but this race was a massive pain in the ass to play on champion difficulty. It's one of the few times the game's ever really that challenging on championship difficulty. Like, it's pretty manageable for the most part, just some really weird difficulty spikes. El Guapo makes a good point.
He's got a point there.
The 2006 graphics really make these scenes look a lot less cool than I think the devs wanted them to be. Mentioned this before, remaster would be great. Okay, and so this race is a pain because El Guapo or that little gray guy I just passed, their AI was cheating. Like, they had to have been. Like, I have no other explanation for it besides they were cheating. Because, like, I'd be going top speed, I'd be pressing the boost button, and then, like, somehow they just passed me. Oh. Okay. I did not mean to do that. But yeah, that was really annoying. I did not like that. I had to retry the race like, I think 5 different times just because he kept doing that. I probably still would have landed in the top 3, which is all you need to progress, but my pride, I had to preserve it. You know, I have no idea why, but I have that one song from Super Mario Kart stuck in my head right now. Pretty sure it was Super Mario Kart. It's the one that goes doo 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 doo. You know that one? I think it's like the beach. I can't remember its name. Cheap Cheap Beach. I think that might be from a later Mario Kart. And then we're gonna set off the camera angle once again. Kind of looked goofy there because it looked like McQueen was trying to plummet to his death. Oh. Hey, it's a bit more of a challenge. I'll easily bounce back from it. Then it's gonna cut to me in like 5 minutes in 5th place or something, I don't know. Just my luck. Oh. Yeah. See, I'm already gaining a lead. Ordinary slow-mo's trying to go against Rookie McQueen. Or not even Rookie anymore, this is like Prime McQueen. That whoever's in second place is pretty close. They're catching up. Damn. I have to use some boost on them in a minute. Burb right now. I'm gonna do the final lap in first person just because I think it'd be funny. I'm kind of scared to tilt in this first person camera. I mean, just look at me trying to power slide and steer normally. Oh. This is kind of reminding me of a theme park ride, to be honest. Except if you kept falling off the tracks and dying. I wonder if there's like anybody there. I tilted. I wonder if there's anybody that like does prefer to play this in first person, or like actually plays the full game this way. Like, with how many people bought this game, I think it sold like 8 million copies. Which, of course, is counting like all the different versions. Including like the ones on handheld that are completely different games. But I wonder, there's gotta have been at least one person, or like a small group of people, that likes to play this whole game with the first person camera on. Like, it's gotta exist. You know, funny enough, I think I have a bigger lead. I have a bigger lead than I had at the end of the last lap, a comically larger one. Maybe that's why they play with first-person camera. It's a good luck charm. And I win. Let's make sure to save our profile data. Alrighty, there we go. Alright, that Ramon's the next major event. Is Sarge's boot camp. I don't know why I'm going in this direction.
The bull! Watch the bull!
There he is. Gonna ram into him. There isn't anywhere funny I could put him. Oh, that is hilarious. That is comedy gold.
You were scheduled to be here at 0100, soldier.
Sarge, I'm not really a soldier.
You are now, Private.
This line owns about a say in a second.
Yes, sir!
That yes, sir. I don't know if it's just me, but it sounds like he really half-assed that. Like that was a really bad take. I don't know why they used that. The rest of his performance in the game is pretty good, so kind of curious why that one line sounded so bad. Or not bad, it just kind of didn't. Wrong tone of voice, I guess.
This is too hard. Come on, you gas guzzling sissies. I know you all got V8s. I didn't get my latte. Have you ever even been off-road?
I've seen so many people in comment sections for like this cutscene as well as like the Sarge event as a whole say stuff like, "Oh my god, Cars predicted how people act today," when like they're talking about this part.
No fault.
And it kind of just makes me roll my eyes because like that's a common joke that's been around for like 30 plus years at this point. Alright, here we go. I don't know why it gives us a little jumping tutorial when we're in chapter 2. I think we will learn by then. But, you know, Knowing kids and knowing that this was a kid's game, it's very possible that little Jimmy was like, whoa, you can jump in this game? They didn't know until they got to this event. I cannot wait to unlock backwards driving. It is going to make the game so much more fun. Not that it isn't fun, it's just... it improves it. Makes it funner. Jump. Jump. Oh, that was a close one. I almost went out of bounds. You know, I mentioned this earlier when talking about tractor tipping and how there was a Flash game made for it that I'm very nostalgic over. There was also another Cars Flash game with like a similar premise of you're in Sarge's boot camp and you're doing training there. But it wasn't made to tie in with the first movie or this game. It was made actually like in between Cars 1 and... no, not 1 and 2. In between Cars 2 and 3. So Lightning has his RS team paint job from Tales from Radiator Springs. And you're driving around Sarge's boot camp. That one's not on dandare.org, so I don't know where to find it, but I'll probably find it easily through just doing some quick Google searching during this video's post-production. I'll be able to find something to put on the screen. Not even the tilt can save me from hitting that wall. Damn. I remember seeing the teaser trailer for this game on the Cars DVD, and during like this exact race, this exact event, they have McQueen do like the little tilt on one of those walls, and since I hadn't played the game at that point, I thought that there was like... and I did go out of bounds. What do you know? There was like I thought that it kind of reminded me of how in Cars 2, when you're drifting towards the wall, McQueen kind of like puts his tires on them as a reference to that one scene in the movie. There's 3, unlike Tractor Tipping and Luigi to the Rescue, which had 2 to 3 different levels. This one is only 3, and then it ends with 1 race against Sarge and a couple of the townsfolk.
You've been reading my press, haven't you, Sarge? Although you left out sleep, charming, and dashing.
I like that joke. I don't have anything to say about it, I just like that joke. Let's go. No matter what I do, I cannot prevent myself from hitting that wall. Okay. I'm just having a really bad string of luck. Alright, let's go. Whoop. You really want to make sure not to hit those, because they slow you down a lot. I am not doing super well right now. I'm banging into every wall. Even that wall. Damn. Alright.
I'm bad.
2 out of 3 laps and we have only 2 minutes left. Okay, yeah, I shouldn't have
One for the fame.
sucked ass so much on that last lap. We're losing a bunch of time now. Okay. Okay, we kind of got to clutch for this one. We got to speed up. Final lap. You know, after I play this game, or after I finish this game or whatever, I think the next racing game I'm gonna play is Team Sonic Racing, because Crossworld's coming out soon. And then I eventually want to also get around to finally trying out All-Stars Transformed. Never tried that one. I've played the first All-Stars, but never the sequel. And I've heard it's better from, like, basically everybody. I've heard some people call it better than Mario Kart, so I still have to wait and see. And we made it. One thing I am disappointed,
All right. One last test.
a bit disappointed about, is that the Race-O-Rama version kind of takes out a lot of the obstacles and stuff from this course. Makes it a little bit lame in free roam.
Move it.
Alright, level 3. Most challenging one. I don't know why I'm so tired. It's like almost 3 p.m. when I'm recording this, so middle of the day, basically. Well, for me, I'm a night. I am very much becoming a night person, or like I stay up till like 11 to, or I'm like staying up almost past midnight. I guess that doesn't really make me like too much of a night person, but I've been staying up a lot later than I usually do, and I wake up super tired in the morning because of it. Because despite the fact that I've been sleeping in so much, I like to wake up kind of early, and as a result, my sleep schedule for this entire summer has been kind of messy. I'm just gonna put it that way. I really got to get that back in check before school starts, because it's starting up for me in about a week. As of recording this, because I tend to record these a little bit far out before I post them. Like for like the first episode, I recorded it like 2 weeks before it actually came out. But that was kind of just because I knew like I was going to be out of town for the next week, and then after that I was going to be hard at work on my next video, which was this one on Sonic and the Secret Rings. So as of me recording this one, I'm recording it on July 11th, which is the same day that the first episode is actually becoming public. So it's also 6 days before DK Bonanza, so for all the Nintendo dorks out there. No, after we finish this, I want to go and read what's on that sign. Because I keep forgetting it.
One for the lady.
Come on, come on. Ooh. Jump once, jump twice, jump thrice. Ooh. That's never happened before when I played this. But I'm not surprised it did, because it's this game. Beautifully jank physics engine.
Oh yeah.
And then after we complete this last level, we have one more little trial, which is a road race against Sarge. But I want to see what's on that billboard real quick. I think it's a Tailfin Pass ad, or like a wheel well ad. Find this way to the beautiful Tailfin Pass. And then it's a little picture of the wheel well motel. Alright, that's cool. Is Sarge still in front of here? No, but he's not in front of the event marker, but he's here. Yeah, let's go. I can see him back there. He's ice skating through it again. It's so beautiful. I like how the off-road challenge thing is the exact same as the boot camp thing, it's just covered in mud.
You look overheated, Private McQueen.
Yes.
Exhausted.
Yes.
You'd like nothing better than a hot car wash, a cool ration of fuel, and a nice shady garage.
Oh, yes, please.
Well, that's too damn bad.
We're gonna go for a little drive.
American flag .jpeg. That is a crusty ass texture. Happy late 4th of July, everybody. I know I didn't make a community post about it when it happened. Yep, shortcut right here. It's pretty easy to miss. And then don't feel bad if you fall into the little cliff, unlike Guido or like the Luigi minigame. The game just boots you back onto the road immediately after you fall down it, so that's nice. I wasn't even off track. I don't know what was going on there. Okay, here we go. This is a little hard to do. A little hard to get all the shortcuts here, because it's pretty easy to fall off. Even as the skilled gamer that I am. Or really when playing cars games only. I know for a fact Elden Ring will kick my ass. Hell, sometimes these goofy little kids games do it too. I recently went through Sonic Superstars again, And like most people, I spent like an hour on that Fang boss fight. God, I hate that stupid boss. It is so infuriating. Travel to the moon. I'll be back on track. I really don't get why the on and off track markers are so strict. Like, see, I like, maybe if you were heading the other way, but like I'm still heading towards here if I'm that far out. Now this, on the other hand, yeah, that makes sense. Like, at least in Mario Kart, Lakitu doesn't pull you out of the race if you're a little bit too far to the left. I get that this was before the Cars games tried to be more like Mario Kart, but you get my idea.
One for the lady. One for the lady.
That was a close one. Almost banged into those. Probably would have avoided it with a good old tilt, but... Boom. And made it 3 times. Launch myself up.
One for the fans.
Hit the ground. Got a massive big air from that.
One for the fans.
You know, I guess on the topic of Sarge, I am a bit curious what his voice actors done outside of Cars. I haven't really done a whole lot of research into that. Like George Carlin, who's the voice of Filmore in this game in the first movie, he was a comedian. Voice of Ramon was also a comedian and did like a bunch of comedy movies back in the day as part of Cheech and Chong. Mater's Larry the Cable Guy.
Oh yeah.
I am a bit curious what he's done and what he's up to now, because I know he's pretty old. Looking up at the top right corner, I have a ridiculous lead. I don't think I've seen that number ever go that high up. 41. Wow. And it might go up to, yeah, it went up to 42. The AI is really bad today, I guess.
Oh yeah. I am good.
Okay. And then with this completed, I think the only thing we have left is the Piston Cup race. Yes, sir. Yeah, we do. At the Motor Speedway of the South. Which, for those of you Cars fans will know, that is the racetrack they're at the beginning of the movie. Also known as one of the most hype movie openings of all time. Something I find interesting is that with the title card, it's called Motor City Speedway for some reason. And I don't know why. I guess Motor Speedway of the South might have been a bit too much to put on there, but it's just interesting. who knows, maybe it was called just Motor Speedway, or just Motor, maybe it was called just Motor City Speedway in an earlier cut of the movie, because the developers have said that they saw like a bunch of like early scratch tracks of this film during development, so it is possible. But considering that there's a bunch of, or at least a couple of different big NASCAR stadiums that follow a similar naming scheme, I heavily doubt it. Probably just simplified it so it was easier to fit on a title card. Alright, here we go. Sadly, no reel gone, which is a bit of a shame. You know, I guess I'm just gonna... Speaking of reel gone, I guess, I'm gonna use this video, I guess, to correct some misinformation I guess I've seen online, or ask a question about it, because I might be wrong myself, but I went onto this game's Wikipedia page a bit ago, just for kicks, because sometimes I do that when I'm like bored. And something I find to be interesting is that the Wikipedia page for Cars the video game says that Reel Gone is one of the licensed tracks that you can play. And I've beaten this game multiple times, and I have not heard Reel Gone playing it once. And at first I thought, because I played this game via like the PS2 version, I played the PS2 version on the PS3 via that weird PS2 Classics digital download line they did. And something I found to be interesting.
It's a shame he's not having a better run today. Number 58 was fast in qualifying. Fighting through the pack, it's number 9.
And so I thought when I played that PS2 version via the digital download that like maybe they added Reel Gone to like the 360 and Wii ports, since those came out months later. And I 100%ed both the 360 and Wii ports, and not once did I hear once again, I did not hear Reel Gone once. So like, what happened? Like, I can't think of anything else besides it was just misinformation and somebody put it on there by mistake. Not a diss to Wikipedia, they're still a pretty good website overall, but yeah, they definitely do get some small stuff like that wrong.
Over in section 1, there's quite a bit of support for number 86.
I cannot wait to unlock backwards driving. I think I've said that like 5 different times in this video, but it really makes the game so much more fun and funnier. Like, see how McQueen, the top of McQueen, like just went up? That's because he does like this weird goofy facial expression for no reason, and you only really get to see it when you're backwards driving, which is cool. I think I can go like I think we're going to be able to go... Shoot, we might even go through the entire race without needing to pit stop, come to think of it. We're only halfway down at like 5 laps in. Damn. $200. We just broke McQueen's cannon speed, guys. Pretty sure you do the same thing in Race-O. That was dirty, man. Claude Scruggs would never. Good thing he smashed into those other cars and fell behind. But yeah, in Race-O-Rama, you can go even faster than like 200. I checked. It's possible. The transporter events, I think it's just exclusive to them, but you can also sometimes do it in like the normal game too. But you could go to like at absolutely crazy speeds, like 250 miles an hour. It's so fun and chaotic. Ain't letting you pass me. Look at Matt Hass instead. Okay, I guess I was wrong. We probably are gonna have to make a pit stop soon. Oop, going off track a bit. Let go of the analog stick just for a second just to get a scratch. Scratch an itch. There we go, making a pit stop. By the way, I checked. Something I got wrong here was that if you complete the Guido pit stop minigame fast enough, you get like a perfect score, but I looked it up, but that's not possible. Wouldn't getting a windshield wiper really hurt in this universe since it's their eyes? It's just a question I have. But yeah, I don't really have a whole lot to say about this race. There's not much going on. It's based off of the racetrack from the beginning of the first movie, which is cool, but that's really all I have to say. I have much more to talk about with the next Piston Cup race at the end of Chapter 3. Because that, along with North Desert Dash, is one of those events that has a massive difficulty spike in championship mode or difficulty. Even in normal mode, it's kind of hard compared to the other Piston Cup races. I'm pretty sure I said that in the initial video I made. I called it a surprisingly challenging Piston Cup race or some dumb shit like that.
Well, they say lightning never strikes twice, but those cars out there will tell you different. Always the fastest batsman to move up in position.
Are we gonna hit 200 before we get to the wall? Yeah, we did. Oh wait, we're gonna lose our lead. Come on. Something I don't like is when you crash onto a wall in these Piston Cup races, and you kind of saw it in the Sarge minigame, is that you basically stick to it. You lose a bunch of your speed, and you lose your lead too. But thankfully, that weak less car is only smart enough to pass me and not to actually keep the lead. So I'm good for right now. Same thing also applies to banging into other cars, not just walls. Oh.
Just look at him on the side.
And with that, the white flag's out, and it's time for the final lap. I get why they probably couldn't do it because of memory restrictions or something, or it might have been too hard to animate, but I'm a bit disappointed there isn't a Piston Cup flag bearer. You think the cars in Cars have an AC system to cool their internal organs? Just a thought. Like, I don't want to be one of those people who... Oh, we're already done with the race. I wasn't paying attention. I don't want to be one of those people who, like, nitpicks every aspect of the movies, but I am kind of curious about that. Save our profile data, of course. And there we go. Let's see what events we've unlocked. Give it a second. Well, we'll see in a moment. Mater's backwards lesson. Let's go. And then we also unlocked Sheriff's Chase, which is a race you have to do to unlock Ornament Valley. All right. So, that's where we're going to wrap things up for today. This recording is even longer than episode 1. Not by much, but still longer. So yeah, next episode, we're going to finally learn some backwards driving from Mater. Finally get our backwards driving lesson. We're going to race Sheriff and unlock Ornament Valley.
Hello.
And
You.
with that, we'll also unlock the Sheriff's Pursuit minigame, which we'll complete all the levels of. And since we have a new part of the map unlocked, we're also going to start searching for more of Lizzie's postcards again. So, I hope you stay tuned for that. But for now, that's it for the video. Make sure to like and subscribe if you liked it. Maybe comment something down below about this game or anything I said in this video. And have a good one. I will see you guys next time.